for the best coverage of the Jazz, Utes, and Cougars is right here on The Zone. This is JJ and Alex, presented by G2G Bars on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Alex, Kirry, Jeremiah, Jensen. Thanks for being with us on the program, everybody. Our show brought to you by G2G Bars. All natural ingredients and no preservatives make the G2G Bar the perfect protein bar. Give it a shot today. Costco, Holiday Oil, Maverick, Associated Foods, and many other retailers in the refrigerated section. Give it a shot. Let's jump in right here. We don't have any time to waste. We've got a guest who's very, very important. And we're going to get things going off here with The Cut at the top of the hour. Sly joins us on the program. Let's get right to it.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Doug Smith brings you this portion of the show, an incredible selection of Kia, Subaru, Chevy, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, and now Mitsubishi in American Fork, Spanish Fork, and in Linden. Nobody knows cars like Doug. Nobody knows fatherhood like Sly. It's been a baptism by fire this last month. Sly, how are you holding up, brother?
It's been great, man. The baby's awesome. So I'm doing good, man. I'm in a trance. I'm a helicopter guy.
Oh,
so,
you said that. You said you and your wife are going to be helicopter parents, and I'm glad you're proud about just making the declaration now instead of pretending like you're not later. And look, and then the years of therapy that this child's going to go through later on in life. It was all worth it at the end of it.
For sure.
But the sleep is holding up. You're okay there.
Oh, I don't sleep anyway, so this is perfect. It was so great when they were just like, "Oh, you're just not gonna get any sleep." I'm just like, you have no idea. Like I'm already set and ready to go for this. This is perfect. I'm up at 4 a.m. like just doing nothing, staring at the wall. Now I get to change diapers and fecal matter all over the walls. It's great.
Love it.
Oh, jeez.
He's handling
if
a
you
lot
keep
better
the
than I
diaper
did.
on, Sly, it's not as messy.
Well,
well, if anybody knows, Alex, you know.
Yeah. No, somebody asked me the other day. I got one of these because I get the reaction a lot when people go, "Oh, how many kids do you have?" And I'm always like, I like kind of whisper it under my breath. But I had the one the other day where they go, because I have a junior in high school, but I also have a 2-year-old, and everyone's like, "Geez," this lady gave me like she's like disgusted with me. I was like, "Geez, lady. It's my family. It's my choice. Get out of here."
That should be against the law.
No, she's like, ugh, like I can't believe. I know. I was like, look, I don't know. I have no other idea on how to do it except for the fact that I've been changing diapers for the past. It really is going on. I don't think there's ever been a gap. So I think it's been 17 years straight of changing diapers. So hopefully that's not in the cards for you, Sly. But in the meantime, look at now. I feel like you're like JJ and I, where you get a break by going back to your work and actually like talking about football. It's an awesome break from having to change the diapers. Your favorite thing to prep for this time of year, because obviously the high school side of things that you and JJ do when you call the games, the college football side of things, of course, is really fun, and you get to do the sidelines for Utah. But then you get to watch your guy Aaron Rodgers take over the Steelers this year. This is a ton of fun for you.
My guy? Question. No, I mean, we had this argument in the spring. What is the best month of the year, right? And September and March for me is really like neck and neck. But like, I'm in love with the process, right? So just understanding where people came from to be able to get to what their goal is, right, is what I'm in love with. So like, I love high school football. So, being able to do GNL with JJ and KSL has just been absolutely a dream come true, amazing. Because, JJ and I, we just, interviewed these coaches, and you just understanding the coaches' love behind everything. And now, just it's kind of where you came from. And I kind of put myself back in high school, mindsets and all that stuff. So I love the whole progression, of football from high school to college and the preparation. What do people do per week? Were they as sick as I was at reading bios and knowing my opponent's sister and mom's name so I could say that in between plays? Like, are they...
Now that's research.
No, I mean, it's public information. They got all this stuff ready for you in the pregame stuff. So I just love everything about it, right? Just I kind of break out my week and kind of brings me back to my playing days of segmenting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now Sunday as well, of what things to do in that day, what type of preparation are being had there. And I love calling these games. You can talk to JJ. I'm sitting over there getting my offensive coordinator on every single play of they should do this here or they're exactly going to go to this part right here. They found something out on film where they want to take advantage of one-on-ones, which we saw last week. We knew exactly what Mountain Ridge wanted to do in that game. They wanted to take advantage of one-on-one slots. And, I found that out within the first two plays. And so that part of football is just absolutely just great for me. I love it. And now I have a little baby girl that I'll be able to talk football with and have her, kind of understand. So I'm not just talking to a wall. I'm actually talking to a human. I don't know how much she understands right now, but she'll know a lot about football by the time
I love
She'll
the
have
idea.
no choice.
Well, I love the idea of already moving on from your wife. You're like, I tried that. It didn't work. I'm
What's that
going to have to infect another human with my football.
Alex, the dead stare that I get from my wife when I'm talking football is I'm I'm over it. We're not doing this anymore.
You know what? You and I can jam on that. It's been 20 years of marriage to a woman who's like, great. I'm glad you get excited about this.
Well,
awesome.
You mentioned putting on your OC hat. I'm really interested to know to hear what your thoughts are at this point. Now that you've seen a lot of things parse their way out through camp, how excited are you, or what do you, maybe excitement's not the right word. What are you looking for with this new offense, game one? What are some of the things that you've heard or maybe you're expecting? This is going to be a lot different than we've seen at Utah for quite some time.
Yeah, I've heard and seen a lot of different things, and I don't know what, people want to push, as far as we want to make sure this guy is good and doing and being productive versus are they being productive and stuff like that. And what I'm excited about and what I have seen this training camp is that Utah football is that individual confidence, right? We're not wrapped up in one guy. I felt like this is just my vibe and being out there, right? And seeing the offensive line dominant, seeing the running backs do their thing, seeing the receivers compete against the DBs, and, of course, the defense being the defense. As soon as Cam Rising went out last year, everything went to crap, right? And so I didn't feel that when I was at practices this year. And it's not all wrapped. Yeah, Devin Dampier's getting a lot of love, but I think going through what Utah went through last year was a huge learning curve, and these guys taking ownership in their positions and not making one guy our entire team, right? And so looking for that offensive juice this year, I'm very excited. I haven't, and this is, my bad, I haven't really looked at UCLA yet. So once I do, I know they got that quarterback transfer from Tennessee. But, I'm excited, and I'm really thinking that we're just going to take over the Rose Bowl again and just make it epic, because our epic battles down in the Rose Bowl against UCLA, I think have just been, awesome. And so I'm really looking forward to opening the season like that. It's going to be awesome. But the individual confidence in what I've seen this year is awesome. As far as players go, I'm really excited that we're keeping the tight end trend going. Been very, very, very impressed with Harrison Henley. I think that, he's been a workhorse on the offensive side of the ball. I just hope that we design plays for that guy because he's talented, uber talented, basketball, athleticism type talented. And I think he's improved his speed. He's got a lot more speed than I've seen in previous years. So I think he's going to have another breakout year. There's a lot of guys on this team that are going to have breakout years that we haven't said before. And so that type of excitement, our opponent can't prepare for it. They don't know those names, right? And so it's going to be awesome heading into the season, and I hope this offense is as dangerous as they've seen.
As a defensive guy, I mean, when the defense is as good as it was last year, but you didn't really get to see it because it still ended up as a 5-7 team up for Kyle Whittingham, but it was the second best team in the Big 12. It still had that, dog mentality, and it was really, really good. When the offense starts to go, how much, I think we just have the tendency to think, the defensive guys and the offensive guys, they don't really, intersect necessarily that much together. But how big of a deal is it to be able to have an offense that moves and you're on that defense that relies on the fact that you need some scores, but at the same time, like how much do you enjoy that, or how much do you need that as a defensive guy to have that offense going?
It's juice. It's momentum. Even if a defense is on the field a lot, if you're getting stuff from the offensive side of the ball, that's where your energy is coming from. Our offense is absolutely killing these guys. Let's get them the ball back, right? And this is what we talk about all the time, is making a team one-dimensional. When you make a team one-dimensional where they're literally not able to do anything else, it makes it easier for you on defense. So your energy, the job, the play calling, the thought process, and what possibilities the offense is going to do, it becomes easier for you as a defender. When the offense's playbook is wide open, they can do anything. They can do draws, they can do screens, they can do all-out goals, they can do everything. That's what's hard for a defense. But when I know an opponent is down 21-0 and they don't want to get down 28-0, I can pin my ears back, blitz them. I know that they're not going to get a short route because that's not going to do them anything. They're going to try to go long and try to win it all because of the pressure. That's what our defense needed last year. We did so many good things, but there was never any pressure on the opposing team, right? Teams really won their games when they pulled away at the end of the games. The Iowa States, the TCUs, the Arizonas, those games, the Arizonas kind of pulled away at the end because their playbook was open the entire 60 minutes. And so it sucks when that happens. And so this year, getting some offensive juice, playmakers all over the place, I love it. Isaac Wilson has a year of confidence and an off season where he's able to focus and learn and get back to his confident abilities that we saw in high school. And Devin Dampier, Kirry Rogers, Wayshawn Parker, as I said, Harrison Hanley, this offensive line, there's a lot of media going at this offensive line. Can they live up to it, right? And I think they take a lot of pride in it. That's what I was talking about with that individual confidence, is I saw the offensive line take charge a lot in this training camp. And that's exactly what we need. We need to get back to that 2021 Utah football where we're running for 400 or 500 yards against Stanford. That's the type of football Utah's fans are used to. And honestly, I'm hoping that we have this year.
I think that Utah's going to be really good this year because their offensive line is one of the best in the country, and Spencer Fano is on every preseason All-America list. You've watched him since he was at Timpview all the way to now where he could be a top 10 NFL draft pick or maybe even top 5 depending on how the season goes.
Right.
You watch football different than a lot of people do. Can you explain why he's so good and what he does that sets himself apart from everybody else in college football?
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look at Penei Sewell. He's literally a duplicate of that. I mean, of course, I don't think he has the strength of Penei Sewell yet, but the guy's 20 years old, right? He's only a true junior, for crying out loud. Like, just imagine when he's 21, 22 years old and he's put on more strength, but he's got a relentless motor. He's extremely athletic. You see him catch the ball last year. He could do that tight end stuff. I remember in the state championship game we were covering in senior year, I only watched him on offense. And then late in that state championship game, he switched to defense and was playing 3 technique and was killing the other team. I'm just like, dude can play everywhere on the field, from tight end to fullback to D tackle, he could do whatever, and that's what makes him so awesome. And because you get speed rushers, you get power rushers, you get the combinations. He has the feet, the athleticism to switch, and now that he's getting more experience, he's understanding what's coming. He's understanding how people are trying to attack him or not trying to attack him, right? And he's becoming more of a leader to where he's communicating throughout the line of, hey, look out for this down guy. I got the guy out. That communication comes at a split of a second, and if you're not confident in making those calls, you're behind. And so his ability as an offensive lineman, you got to put him on an island, right? Their best pass rusher versus your best pass protector. Can you do it? Spencer Fano is probably the best in the country right now at being able to do that because of how athletic he is. He can handle the spin moves, the speed rushes, the up and unders. As I said, he's working and getting stronger every single day. And so just because he can do that, I think his athleticism and versatility is what makes him a top 10, top 5 prospect.
I wonder what the over-under this season should be on Spencer Fano touchdown receptions / 2-point conversion receptions. We saw it a little bit last year.
Yeah. Well, I think we should be able to do a KSL poll, get it out there, man. I love it. because I see what I loved about Jason Beck and what I've seen is the versatility in this offense. You're seeing so many different sets. Even stuff that I was, watching on YouTube of New Mexico last year, I'm seeing a lot of different things. And that's what we talked about in the spring when I talked to him, is he wants to take advantage of the personnel that we have. We have these guys, let's do this. Instead of, I have this offensive playbook, Waterboy green notebook, and everybody's going to run those plays. No, let me find out my personnel and do that. So with that, we have the best offensive line in the country. We got depth. We got Ike Garcia, who came from Corner Canyon, 5-star prospect, is not even on our starting unit. How do you get him in the game, right? You got Spencer Fano, who can do all of these different things. How do we utilize this guy, right? Those are big guys, right? And so you have depth on the offensive line as well. Why are we not just pile driving people, ground and pound game, right? Let's get Jamal Anderson in that backfield and just freaking run it down people's throats. You can see that, and then you see the formational shifts from pistol to shotgun to all kinds of different things. A defense is going to have to be studying plays from New Mexico 3 games ago. They're going to be studying everything to try to grasp what is coming from Jason Beck. So love Jason Beck's versatility, love his on and off tempo of bringing it up or slowing it down. He can do it all, huddle, no huddle. That's the type of offense that I would run, keep the defense on their heels. Defense never knows what's coming or who's going to get the ball.
Stevenson Sylvester, you can catch Sly, of course, on the call this weekend. It's going to be a Davis-Fremont matchup. And then, of course, this is my backyard, man. I'm gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna make all my kids come by. I'm gonna have them ask for your autograph, Sly, when they come by.
Don't do that.
Come on. Thanks for joining us, man. We'll see you on Friday, and we'll catch you again. We're looking forward to college football season.
All right, thanks, guys.
There you go, Stevenson Sylvester. My mind goes back to October of 2016 at the Rose Bowl. You'll recall this game immediately, because it was an outpouring on the ground.
It was Joe Williams.
I
was there for that as well.
332 yards on the ground.
It was insane.
The thing was I remember that game because I'm following it, and I was at one of my kids' birthday parties, and the game is on in the background, and I'm like, are you guys seeing this? Because I think he had 180 at the half, and I remember thinking they're gonna shut them down. But they had to score. It was like a 52-45 game. Yes.
UCLA came back.
UCLA kept scoring. Utah needed all 52 points and all 4 or 5 touchdowns that he ran for that day, but 332 yards on the ground. I mean, and I'll remind you, who did they have at left tackle in that game? Garrett Bowles.
Mm-hmm.
They had, one of the best offensive lines that we've seen out of that group in a long, long time. And Troy Williams didn't have to do jack squat that day. He handed the ball off to Joe Williams all day. 332 yards. Still a school record. Now, I'm not asking you, Wayshawn Parker, to have 332 yards on the ground. I think 200 would be a nice start, though.
You want to be the bell cow?
Hey.
You better get 2 bells. It's tough at Utah. The bar is high.
Look, tell me that offense wouldn't benefit from handing the ball off 26 times to a guy and then running it 8 times with your quarterback on purpose.
Yeah.
And you having 270 yards on, 30-something rushes and then another 220 yards through the air. Tell me that that's not like a dream come true for Kyle Whittingham, to go, yeah, we're going to still run the ball like crazy, but we're going to have enough versatility and enough talent on the outside to keep people honest. And so we're going to be able to, you just tell me that that's not something that it absolutely could happen. And I think, and I'm not asking, like I said, when Sly brought up, he goes, yeah, I wanted this thing to go back to just dominating in that Rose Bowl against the UCLA team. And my immediate thought was that Joe Williams game in 2016.
Yep.
When he ran for 332 all over UCLA.
They had some good memories and good wins in that building.
Now, Morgan Scalley probably wants to forget that day because UCLA did rack up 45 points. They did end up with 600 yards of total offense. But we forget about that. I'm only watching the Joe Williams highlights right now, all right?
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Man, what happened to Joe Williams, dude?
There's a story there.
Ugh.
He just wore out.
Yeah.
From what I gather, remember he'd played football since the age of 5, and he got to the point where he gave it a run in the NFL. I think he was with the 49ers for a brief minute, and he just didn't have it.
So that 2016 season, he ran for 1,400 yards. He only played in 9 games.
I know. Yeah.
After he retired.
It was wild. That whole scenario was wild.
It was crazy. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more to go. When we return, what do we have here? We got ourselves all sorts of stuff going on, including, I think today's isn't today a Hercules Hero of the Week day? Oh,
it's
yeah.
Thursday.
I've got a top 10 for you as well coming up at the end of the hour you're going to love. So stay right here. More to go. 97.5 VKSL Sports Zone.
Accessing.
When TV and radio collide.
Love it.
Wow. This is what you get. You're listening to JJ and Alex, presented by G2G Bars.
Don't touch that dial.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Back-to-back yacht rock tunes. Love it. No problem. Gets me through a Thursday. Welcome back to the program, JJ and Alex, 97.5 KSL Sports Zone. Alex, Kirry, Jeremiah Jensen, and we've got that fun time of the week here where we're able to roll out for you a Hercules Hero of the Week winner. That's right. You can nominate U Sports volunteers with the Hercules Hero of the Week program. All you have to do is nominate them at KSLSports.com/contest, and then we read them off every week on Thursdays, which is what we're going to do right now. The winner of this week, congratulations to Wesley Evans. Here is the nomination that Tash Sparrow gave Wesley Evans, who's our winner of this week's Hercules Hero of the Week award. After working a full-time job and often a side gig on top of that, Wesley still dedicated 4 evenings a week to coaching his 2 sons in t-ball and baseball. His devotion doesn't stop with his own family, though. Every child on both teams benefits from the patience, encouragement, and unwavering belief in the power of a good role model. Driven by a genuine love for the game, Wesley passes on not only fundamentals of baseball, but also deeper lessons of teamwork, perseverance, and respect. His tireless commitment transforms every practice into an opportunity for young players to grow, both on and off the field. Wesley's impact goes far beyond wins and losses. He's shaping character, building confidence, and showing what it truly means to lead by example. Wesley Evans is your winner of the Hercules Hero of the Week award, and in turn is going to get a gift card from Hercules First Federal Credit Union and $200 to Beehive Meals. It's a small thank you, and it's just something that we love to do. So go nominate somebody like Wesley in your life. And we appreciate Tash's nomination as well, because we need those. We love those because we want people to be able to say, hey, this person's is making an impact in our community. So congratulations to Wesley Evans, this week's winner of the Hercules Hero of the Week program. JJ.
Love it.
A college football study has showed the most overrated teams over the past decade. Now, you have different metrics for this, okay? And this one that CBS Sports put together, I think is interesting because what they've done is they go through, so they have coaching salaries, which I thought's an important one. That's a big one, okay?
Yeah.
Underrated, because what you're talking about is
how much money are you paying a coach per win?
Right, and more importantly, what high coaching salaries turns into is giant buyouts that teams end up having to pay these guys when they suck. Texas A&M, I'm looking at you.
Nebraska, too.
Notre Dame, I think you're still paying Charlie Weiss.
Jeez.
Congrats. Coach, is Charlie Weiss still with us?
Yes, he's still with us.
I was just wondering if they were paying his estate, his widow, or...
Oh, wow.
He's got to be 70, 78?
No.
Well, what is he? What? He looked 60. He looked in his 60s when he was at Notre Dame. All right, fine. Sorry. I don't know what the age of people are these days, but he's still with us. Okay. All right. Hit the breaking news sounder. Charlie Weiss is still alive? No, don't. So coaching salaries, recruiting rankings, program investment, and historical success, plus fan following. Okay, so this is all part of this. And so I'll start at number 10. How about that? Tennessee. Now, I'll just warn you right now. These are big programs. You can't be overrated and be Boston College in football, okay? There's no such thing, all right? So part of this, the thing that sort of I think is a little bit of a misnomer here, JJ, is that these teams on this list, it's not saying that they haven't had success. It's have they had success relative to what the expectations are, what the fan base expects, how much money they throw at this thing, and I think also what we think in our heads of how good they are. Yeah. Oh, they're supposed to be good. Tennessee's definitely in that.
Right.
They're 75 and 50 over the past 10 years. That's not great.
It's not good enough to be a blue blood.
Their average coach salary is $5.1 million a year. Their average recruiting ranking is 14.2.
How many coaches are they paying right now?
I know. And look, Jeremy Pruitt ruined that program for a short time. And poor Phil Fulmer has to watch people fumble away the program that he took so much time to build. Texas is number 9. Now, Texas is coming around. We have given a lot of kudos to Coach Sark and what he's done there. In the last 10 years, though, they've had 3 losing seasons still. Versus the top 25, JJ, this is another huge one. Versus the top 25, Texas is only 25 and 27 over the past 10 years. That's not good. Now, they've had 2 college football playoff appearances, and those have been the last 2 years. So in recent history, they've been better than they've ever been since I've been alive. I mean, they won the national championship in 2004, but I grew up in the state of Texas, and it was 1969 and 1970 the last time that they were anywhere relevant like they are now.
We watched Taysom Hill run all over them. Two straight years.
Yeah.
So, and they were the most underachieving big name program in the country for more than a decade.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I feel bad because Miami is number 8 on the list, and they deserve it because that's a team that, when we were growing up, that was a team that was always good, right? I mean, that was when you talk about teams that were talked about the most during my childhood, Florida State and Miami were right there.
Absolutely.
Now, poor North Carolina, who's never been really good at all, are on this.
Why are they on the list?
I know because of how much they pay their coaches, how much it's expected from the standpoint that they get pretty decent recruits every year. They're able to get a lot of people to come to Chapel Hill, man. I mean, obviously.
It's North Carolina.
It's North Carolina. But in the last 10 seasons, they've had 4 losing seasons. Their record versus top 25, 8 and 18. So not good.
No.
Now we're starting to get into the meat of this thing and teams that you're like, well, duh. USC, number 6 on the list.
I'm surprised they're not higher.
I think it's because their coaching salary is not totally officially known. That would actually probably ding them. It's a private school, so they don't have to reveal that. But I think we know what did Riley? What's the coach making?
Gosh dang, I
don't know. It's 10. Lincoln Riley. They said it was like 10 years, $111 million or something like that. $110 million. It's like $11 million a year. Or something.
Yeah, it's $11.5 million a year. Bleh. That's a $10.2 million base salary with bonuses, incentives, etc.
Talk about way overpaid. Florida State number 4, Auburn number 3. Nebraska, the poor Cornhuskers. You know what
has happened to that program?
You know what their record is over the past 10 years or the past 10 seasons? 50 and 69.
That's not even close to 500.
Well, let me tell you what the worst number is here. You know what the record is versus top 25 in that span?
Oh, it can't be good.
2 and 28.
Oh my gosh.
They've won 2 games out of the 30 that they've played against top 25. That is the most embarrassing stat I've ever read off about a team that we consider a quote-unquote blue blood.
I mean, imagine telling 17-year-old me that Nebraska would be this. You never would have believed it.
Imagine telling Tom Osborne that they're going to play 30
Nebraska
games.
Was a juggernaut in the 20th century.
Of course. Some of the best teams in the history of the game, JJ.
Players. How many Heisman trophies?
Insane. And to think how far they've fallen. Don't worry, because I read an article today. Dylan Raiola is making $3.5 million of NIL money. Do you think that guy's earned it?
Oh, my gosh.
Now, they have 95,000 people at the stadium every week. That's the reason why they're overrated. Because it's a fan base that is absolutely built in and dialed in, but they can't win.
They won titles in 94, 95, 97.
Oh, Tom Osborne, man. He did it. Yeah, when we were growing up, it was Miami, Florida State, Nebraska. Those are the teams, man. And the number 1 overrated team, I would imagine it's crazy to be number 2 in Nebraska in that. But somebody outdoes you, and it's the Texas A&M Aggies, because they pay so much to their head coaches. They pay the most by far for no return. And their average recruiting ranking is number 11 in the country every year. And yet they're 17 and 26 against top 25 teams over the past 10 seasons. And they've had 0 college football playoff appearances. So congratulations.
Yet they're in the top 25 every year to start the season.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
10 years ago, they invested $500 million into Kyle Field. And then Jimbo Fisher came along, and they thought their lives were going to be just gravy from here on out. We got this new stadium. We got this new coach. And now, speaking of teams who are paying guys, there you go. All right. We got to take a break. We'll come back. Before we do, though, we got some tickets to give away. Oh, my goodness. Was this just added? I've got tickets to RSL for this weekend. How about a family 4-pack of tickets to see RSL versus Minnesota on Saturday at American First Field? All you have to do is be calling number 12 right now. You don't have to answer anything. No questions, although you have to tell us some information. Give us some basic information. Please don't hassle our producer, Alex. You said you need my email address? You're not going to start spamming me, are you? Yeah, Alex, our producer, is going to personally email you because he just loves being able to hang out with you. All right? 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE. 801-575-9663. A family 4-pack of tickets to see RSL and Minnesota coming up on Saturday at American First Field. We'll take a break. We'll come back. When we do, I've got a top 10 for you. You don't want to miss it. It's a fun one. Stay here, 97.5 VKSL Sports Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The biggest name.
You're locked into JJ and Alex with the insight and analysis on the teams you can't live without. Presented by G2G Bars. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5 VKSL Sports Zone. Guess what? Tomorrow, Hans and Scotty are going to be out at RGS Exteriors, where we were yesterday. We're going to be hanging out with Tim Jr. and company, 4235 Farm Road in West Jordan. I dare you to show up. You should. Go knock on the door. I want them to.
And go hurl insults at Hans and Scotty.
They have, chairs in there for an
They
audience.
do. I don't know if they'd let you in the premises.
It's their meeting room
You
for
just
them.
walk right
No,
in.
why not? I mean, that's where they're doing it. All right.
Bring snacks.
Noon to 3, Hans and Scotty tomorrow, RGS Exteriors. Let me see here. I've got a top 10 here for you, JJ. How does the top 10 work? I have a category for you, and then you have to try to name the top 10 that I've come up with. And our producer, Alex, he can participate. Not much help most of the time. He's over there trying to answer phone calls. He usually gives himself tickets to give away these
Yeah, conveniently, that's always the case.
He's like, shoot,
right
I couldn't
before
help
the
you
top
out,
10.
bro.
Not today.
Not today. You,
All right.
Hit 'em
you
early.
cleared the deck for it.
Okay.
Don't start Googling just because you hear the
I'm
topic.
sure I'll need the
right?
help.
We do get 60 seconds on the clock, and you have those 60 seconds to pull off a perfect 10 for 10, which is probably only happened, I don't know, out of the 100 times we've done this, maybe 5 times?
Maybe.
All right. And a good day is 6+. A bad day, and I don't think you've ever had less than 4.
My goal is to always
3 or
get
4.
above 500.
Good. All right, here we go. That's the way it was in high school, too, right? Just get half of the questions right. Get a 50%.
Yeah.
That's fine. So here's the top 10 list for today. Top 10 winningest coaches actively head coaching in college football. Now, I'm not going to include this FCS
Win
coverage.
percentage or
No.
amount of wins?
Number of wins.
Number
Of wins. So I know your brain's already turning, so without further
Well,
ado.
Saban's done, so.
He is. That's a great point. Urban Meyer is also not on the list, so great job. All right, so here we go. Top 10, put 60 on the clock, and on your mark, get set, go.
Dabo Swinney.
Ding.
Kirby Smart.
Uh,
Kyle Whittingham.
Ding.
Mike Gundy.
Ding.
Who else is a long-time coach right now? There's so many young guys. That's the hard part. Mac Brown just retired, so he can't be it. Oh, man.
Look at Alex. He's all
You got
up to
nothing?
you, bro.
You got nothing?
I mean, I got Dan Lanning, James Franklin.
Yeah, they're too young.
I
Wait, did you say
know, I know
James
those are the
Franklin?
young ones.
Did you say James Franklin? Ding.
What? Really?
Got
How?
it.
He didn't win anything at Vanderbilt.
Ding.
Okay.
James Franklin. Ding. Might be all you get.
Gosh. And I'm blanking on TCU's coach.
Sonny Dykes.
Sonny Dykes. There we go. No, he didn't even make it. So that was a waste of time. Who's Steve Sarkisian? I'm going through.
Is Clay Helton still coaching?
He is, but no, not on the list.
Not on the list, huh?
He's at Georgia Southern, right? Georgia State, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So many guys have retired. Like Jim Harbaugh's got. Who's left?
Wow.
Didn't do well. I went through some of the vets, and that was.
You're going to be so disappointed in yourself.
I'm annoyed.
First of all, you didn't get Kirk Ferentz, number 1.
Oh my gosh,
the oldest hat.
That's
in
how
all college
irrelevant
football.
Iowa is.
I know.
He's the all-time winningest coach, and you don't even think about it.
Current active winningest coach, Kirk Ferentz, 204 wins.
Oops.
Brian Kelly, 2 at 195.
Okay, that makes sense.
Dabo Swinney, 3.
I got Dabo.
Mike Gundy, 4.
Got Dabo.
Kyle Whittingham, 5.
There you go.
You got the middle 3 there. Good. You blanked on a big one. Also right here in the state, also number 6 on the list. Bronco Mendenhall at 140.
Dang it.
So I'll give you the numbers. 204 for Kirk Ferentz, 195 for Brian Kelly, Dabo Swinney 180, Mike Gundy 169, Kyle Whittingham 167. Bronco is 6th on the list at 140 of active winning coaches. Yeah. Rich Rod is back into coaching, so he's on the list.
Oh, he snuck in the back door there.
136 wins.
Didn't even think of that.
I know. That's number 6. You're going to kick yourself over this one, Troy Calhoun.
Okay.
135.
That makes sense.
Tied for 9th is Brett Bielema at Illinois with James Franklin. And then Coach Ken Niumatalolo at San Jose at 116. So that rounds out your top 10. Now, if you're wondering where Kalani might rank, because Kirby Smart was tied for 12th, by the way.
Okay.
He and Lane Kiffin both at 105. Dan Mullen is 103. Sonny Dykes was just outside as well. He has 100 career wins. But you go down to Kalani Sitake, who's at 72. He's tied for 30th with Pat Narduzzi at 72.
Wow.
That's not that far off, right?
No. They'll keep stacking him.
If he gets a 10-win season this year, he gets up to 82. That'd put him in the top 25 for this year. So there you go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Stay here, 97.5 VKSL Sports Zone.